Hello. And it's been forever since I made a video. Hopefully the audio is okay since I haven't used my mic in a really long time. But I finally finished this sketchbook after almost 3 years. I'll try to get the names of all the artists from all the stickers and everything on the screen. Since I've been working on the sketchbook for so long, it's very over the top. There's a lot of like fully finished paintings in here. A lot of them were for like Patreon rewards or like sticker designs, but I really like painting, and the finishing details are my favorite part. So I don't know, I think it's easier to paint for myself in my sketchbook versus just on like loose paper, because if I paint on loose paper, kind of feels like I need to sell it, and I don't really like having a lot of like loose paintings hanging around. So I kind of like having them all collected together in my sketchbook. Feels a little bit like a portfolio with like sketches and paintings and studies all mixed together. But let's go ahead and get into the tour. If you want to see just a flip through with no talking, I think I'll have another video that's just that, but I'll also put it at the end of this video. So I started this sketchbook when we first moved to Seattle. So on this first page, I tried painting Mount Tahoma or Mount Rainier. It's not very good in comparison to just how pretty the mountain is. But there's also a Seattle postcard in here. When we moved here, I bought a couple and then mailed them out to family. And then I kept this one for myself because I liked it. And then above that is a couple of stickers I did for Patreon. And then this painting was a first try of what was a print for Patreon. I did end up doing this one on loose paper, and then the sticker came from that. They were a matching set. I really liked how the painting came out. I think it's probably one of my favorite paintings, and I still have it available in my store, I think. Next page is some more sketchy booky stuff. I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do with the sketchbook at this point. Probably blur this out. But yeah, around this point we had finally started to kind of explore Seattle and walk around and everything. It takes me quite a while to get used to a new area. And then this is another Patreon sticker. You can see the beginning stages of it here. I just didn't really like how it was going, so I ended up finishing it digitally. Added some like glitching effects and whatnot and cleaned it up, and I think it turned out pretty good. And then again, another Patreon sticker. That's how it came out down here, just bigger. Also really like this one. This was a Inktober illustration I did a couple years ago, or several years ago by now, and then I just redid it in painting form, and I really like how the violets came out. Some sketches trying to plan out our bedroom. Our bedroom is very small, so it's very hard to figure out how to get it, and it's still not good. It's just too small, so it's really cramped in there. I had some goals here for the new year, 2023, and it's crazy seeing some of these because I don't drink soda really anymore. I mean, we'll get one occasionally, but at this point we were buying 12 packs every week or so. And then got some habit tracking and some swatches, some videos I was wanting to make. And then at this point I was trying to convince myself if I just did something like this every day, I could improve a lot. I was making reels, so these are both on my Instagram page as well as this one. I do like how they came out. They were just done really quickly. I think I did them each in like an hour or so. And this is just a document of hanging out in Seattle. One of our friends had came to visit us, so we went out and did a few things, and then the following weekend after they left, but when I went out and did a few more things, the monorail, which I really like. I think it looks really cool. And I drew the Ferris wheel, and that's a picture of us. Another Patreon sticker. Had a hard time with it in my sketchbook again, so I switched over to Procreate to finish it up. Ended up cutting out this part. I had a lot of plans on what I wanted to do with this one, but I couldn't really figure out how to make it work the way I wanted to, so this is how it ended up. I think it still ended out really looking really cool. And these are a couple more Patreon stickers. This painting, both of these paintings are actually in this sketchbook. Swatching some new materials. And this was my 2022 self-portrait. My 2023 one isn't in this book. It's in this one, my next sketchbook, but my 2024 self-portrait is at the end of this sketchbook. And then this is kind of what I mean by over the top. I think I worked on this painting for or this spread for like 2 weeks or something. I mean, each one of these sections was just its own like sketchbook session. So it took forever, and I don't really know what the point was besides the fact that it was fun. I do enjoy painting like this. And another page here with some sketchy stuff. A few of these are kind of wonky, mostly these two. It's a 3/4 view. But then another Patreon sticker here. This is how it came out. I think I was just struggling because I painted this way too small, so I couldn't get the detail I wanted in, but and it came out pretty nice. And then some sketches here. This is the sketch that became the sticker. In the sketch, it's the lines are very, I don't know if you can see, but they're very sharp. Kind of wish I had kept that in the painting, but overall I still like it. I really like this part, but yep, some plant sketches there. And then this is a Patreon print that I did. And this is just a misprint, so I threw it in the sketchbook to be next to the painting to see kind of how it came out. And then there's that painting I was talking about. This part's so nice. And then this was another, sorry for the noise, I'm sure you can hear the road, all the cars. But yeah, this was a another Patreon print. This was around the time Fiona and Cake came out. Really love these little guys. This was while I was doing the artist way. Just covered up some brands that are on the boycott list, and I don't really like these at all. I think I was just trying to do something that would look nice, and they're okay, but I don't really love painting like makeup looks. I think it's really difficult, but oh well. And a couple of studies here on noses and lips. I don't know if I really need to do any more studies on these. I've painted lips so many times, but they're always so fun. I mean, these are so pretty. I love piercings. I think they really add a lot of interest to studies like these. And then we got some hand studies. I still think I feel like it's okay when I paint them because I have a lot of ability to refine them and make them look nicer, but sketching, I feel like my hands always look kind of blobby. Hate this page, but I just wanted to do something in my sketchbook. I think if I went over this again with a couple more layers and cleaned it up, it could look nice, but I mean, it's just Prismo. It doesn't need to be anything too interesting. And we got some more wonky sketches here. I think I was going through like the beginnings of an art blog here, but I still wanted to make stuff. Just the stuff came out bad. And we got some fan art. I'm really into Adventure Time during this time period, but got some swords from Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, I think. I love how the colors on this one came out. So nice. I wish the handles were the same length, but I didn't have enough space. Some more Adventure Time art, some ferns, and then we got some studies on painting trees. Around this time I was working on a large painting that had a lot of plants in it. I don't have a lot of experience painting like a lot of shrubbery altogether, so I wanted to do some practice. And by now I have finished this painting and I'm really happy with how it came out. I need to scan it so I can post it somewhere or something. It's literally just a copy of a photo I found on Pinterest, so it's not something I plan on doing anything with. It was just a picture I really liked, so I wanted to paint it for myself. Then we got some brush pen practice. I mean, honestly, this is the star of the show. Don't really love this one, but I think overall it looks really nice together. Some more sketches with red lead. And then there's a pretty big time jump here. It was as January 30th, 2024 to December 2024. It's like a whole year. But this is when we went up to Vancouver. We went to a classical Chinese garden there, and I took some photos, and yeah, this is just the painting from that. Try not to focus too much on making it perfect, so I left things a little messy and mostly focused on like this area. But yeah, I think it came out really good. We got from the gift shop. This was on the bag, so I cut it out and added it. And then this is I took this photo of Mount Rainier or Tahoma when my sister was here visiting. It was in the fall, so everything was really pretty. And I did this with watercolor. I don't really love it, but I do really like the colors. And then while she was here, we also went to the Science Center. And I saw this atlas moth there, and it was very pretty. We have some more sketches, one singular little painting. And then this is the last page. This is my 2024 self-portrait. And then alongside that, I wanted to document some face scrunching. So a little bit of, I felt like since this was so like zoomed out, you couldn't really see much. So I wanted to show more of like the wrinkles that are forming around my eyes. And kind of, I've never painted wrinkles or anything like this, but it was really hard. But yeah, I thought it would be really cool to document this at the end of the sketchbook, because this is a big chunk of time. We have my 2023 2022 self-portrait in here. So this is a big chunk of time. And yeah, since I've been having a harder time with art lately, I found that instead of trying to be super creative, sometimes it's fine to just focus on documenting, and that can be easier sometimes. So that's kind of what this was, just a document of this point in time in my life. Got more stickers in the back and just some collections of some stuff from around this time. And yeah, that's the sketchbook. I'm very happy to finally be finished with it and can move on. For my next sketchbook, I'm going to be trying this one. I already have my 2023 self-portrait is in here. But yeah, it's a big one, and it has very thick paper, so I'm sure it'll be a collection of paintings again. I'm not used to working this big in a sketchbook, so I'm sure it'll be a little hard. But yeah, I'm excited to get to work on that and hopefully get back into making YouTube videos. I don't know, I'm working on a big vlog of everything I recorded for 2024. It's not a lot, but it's some bits trying to put together into something nice, and then we'll see what else I feel like making, if I feel like making anything. But thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one, whenever that is.